This is my rundown of Clash in Italy this Sunday. You've all probably seen the rundown by now, so let's not waste any time. And it's going to be a fun night for us Brits, as it looks like Clash in Italy starts at 7 p.m. on Sunday. Nice time to have your dinner and sit down and watch what's hopefully going to be a good show. But this being WWE, who knows? So we've got 5 matches announced. Perfect card for me. As I've always said, there's that balance between too little and too many. And I think 5 matches, 5 or 6 matches just fits that slot if you give it time. Because I was a big fan of the NXT TakeOver era where it was just 5 matches and they were all bangers. Starting off, first match on the card, Cody Rhodes versus Gunther for the undisputed WWE Championship. Now, uh, we've seen these two fight before for the Crown Jewel Championship, where Cody beat Gunther. So Cody has Gunther's number in the past. So could it happen again here, or could the Ring General, who really needs something at the moment, and considering who's back, I'll get onto this a bit later, but could he win it here? And I feel, especially it being in Europe, there is a strong argument for that, but I'll get into that in my predictions. But I do want to just say, I do think Cody, as much as I still like Cody, and I know the fans are slowly turning on him, I think it's really crucial that WWE don't have him have too many long reigns now. Nice short little reigns for Cody would be great. I mean, not every championship reign needs to be 6 to 8 or 8 months to a year necessarily. So yeah, no matter what, this is going to be a hard hitting great match, by the way. So yeah, that's Cody Rhodes versus Gunther. Following that, we've got the first rematch from WrestleMania, Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill. So obviously, if you've seen my Saturday night's main event recap, you'll know that Jade hit Rhea in the 6 women tag match with a surprise Jaded and pinned her to give her some momentum going into this match here for the WWE Women's Championship, I should mention, sorry. That being said, though, it's the unspoken rule of wrestling. Who goes into pay-per-view with the momentum or stands tall on the go-home show means that they're definitely losing. So, yeah, there's no chance that Jade's going to come out of this well, but never know. It might be a fine match, just like their match at WrestleMania was fine. Following that, we have Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu for the World Heavyweight Championship in a rematch from Backlash, but this time tribal combat, which means it's not only for the World Championship, but it's also for the title of Tribal Chief. Now, it's a bit weird because their Backlash match kind of had that undertone of Tribal Chief title on the line as well as the world title, but they never really mentioned it. And to be honest, this has come off the boil a bit, because it's just been a lot of the same repetitive face off, promo. Not to say that's bad, because they're great promos. It's just, all right, I just feel like we're ready for the next chapter, the next step in this new inclusion in the Bloodline saga, and that. And considering how their contract signing went at the end of Raw, yeah, I think we definitely are waiting for the next step, and the fact that on Raw when LA Knight announced he's in the King of the Ring tournament this year, and that he's going to win it and then face Roman Reigns for the World Championship, kind of says everything about this match. That being said, though, I reckon this could be a real fun match and might be a bit better than their Backlash match, which was already decent. Then we have, hopefully, a better match than they had at Saturday night's main event, Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruka for the Women's Intercontinental Championship match. If you saw my quick recap on Saturday night's main event, you would have seen my quick idea of what would have done, what would have hurt having Sol just out of nowhere, under 3 minutes, catch Becky with a Soul Snatcher, 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Going in, then get a title match here, going in with some real good momentum, and you could argue she then could win the title here. That being said, though, with how Saturday night's main event panned out, with it being a lame DQ, and the fact that Sol really isn't having the best luck on the main roster yet, she's just there, which is a real shame. But let's just hope, on the positive side, that this is going to be a better outcome. Which brings us to our fifth and final match, and the second rematch of WrestleMania, Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar. Now, when you do eventually see my WrestleMania review, which is in the works, my honest reaction to Brock's retirement was, well, that ain't happening. I called it there and then. I was like, oh, is he actually retiring? No, because it's been well known that SummerSlam this year is taking place in Minnesota, Brock's hometown. So it's rumored that he's retiring there and will be facing Gunther. So it wasn't a surprise when he returned on Raw, targeting Oba. This has Brock going over, written all over it, to then heat him up for his match at SummerSlam. And this is one of the reasons why I could see something happening with Cody and Gunther to really warm up Gunther ahead of his potential match with Brock at SummerSlam. So yeah, that's what we've got. 5 matches. So that means predictions. Starting back at the top, Cody versus Gunther. I honestly think I think Cody could win it here, retain. And, because it's his first title defense, I do believe, since not winning it, since WrestleMania. But I honestly think you put it on Gunther here. Give him another world title reign. Please be one that is actually really good, unlike his past 2 that were just fine. And I think you have him hold the world title of the WWE Championship. Doesn't really matter, they're all the same thing. You have him hold it all the way to SummerSlam. You build up Brock and make him number 1 contender. And then it is Brock versus Gunther at SummerSlam, night 1 or night 2. Doesn't matter. But the thing is, it's title versus career. Gunther is putting his championship on the line against Brock's career because of what happened at WrestleMania. Paul Heyman owes Gunther a favor. And that favor is he wants Brock at SummerSlam and wants to retire him in front of his hometown like he did to Goldberg, to Cena, and to Styles. So yeah, Gunther to win the WWE Undisputed Championship here. Then Rhea versus Jade for the Women's Championship. Rhea. What do you want me to say? It's going to be Rhea. WWE really don't care about Jade, and personally, I don't. The only thing I want to see from Jade Cargill is her face off against Bianca, and with Bianca being, off with pregnancy, potentially for a couple of years, potentially, you never know. Until I get that match between her and Bianca, I'm not really bothered by Jade. So yeah, Rhea to win, and the crowd's gonna love it. Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu in a tribal combat for the World Championship. Roman to win here because this will set up the next chapter of the Bloodline saga, and because everyone's treating like Roman's just holding the belt anyway on WWE TV. And it'll be interesting to see Jacob, after everything, acknowledge the tribal chief, even though he kind of stood tall at the end of Backlash. So yeah, Roman Reigns to retain the World Championship here. Then we have Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruca for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Personally, what's the harm? Put it on Sol Ruca. Becky doesn't need to keep having long title reigns. She said that she wants to be in the mid card to help elevate new stars. Well, here's a new star, Elevator. Yeah, that's my pick. I'm going with Sol Ruca for this. I think after what happened at Saturday night's main event, you need to redeem yourself by giving the championship to Sol. So yeah, Sol Ruca is your new Women's Intercontinental champion. And then in our final match, Oba versus Brock. I hate to say this because I freaking love Oba so much. Brock's winning. He's getting his win back from WrestleMania. It's just a straight rematch from Mania where the opposite happens. Brock is going to beat Oba, probably in a 5-minute match like at WrestleMania, which is going to be disappointing and Oba will probably lose some of his shine, quite a bit of it, to be honest, and he'll go down the card, which is a shame coming out of WrestleMania with that big win. He should have been challenging Roman, but here we are. This isn't fantasy booking, this is predictions, and this is what I'm predicting what WWE is most likely to do. They're going to put Brock over Oba, which is a shame. I hate to say it because I love Oba. He should be world champion or in the world title picture. No, he's just beating up jobbers or lower mid carders whilst waiting for his gears to turn. So yeah, Brock Lesnar to win here. So they are my predictions for Clash in Italy. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please check out others and keep watch on the channel for future videos. I've got some projects in the pipeline and I will be catching up on past pay-per-views. Yes, they're a bit out of date, but with how things have been unfolding for the last couple of months, it's been hard to keep up on track of them. But that being said, though, they will be coming. So it's not going to be a complete and utter letdown when you finally get to watch them. That being said, though, thank you for watching. Please leave your predictions in the comments. I would love to see what you think of Clash in Italy ahead of it this Sunday. And until next time, thank you. See you. Bye.